Hey everyone, welcome back to Eat the Cake Anime. I'm your host, Jay Renee.
And I'm her husband, Ron.
How are you?
I'm good, babe. How about you?
Just fine, thanks. This month has been great, has it not?
Oh, yeah. Donghua month.
Yeah, we're halfway through, you guys, and of course we know Good Friday is tomorrow. So out of the sense of goodwill and things of that nature, we're bringing to you our take on Donghua series and things that we like, things that we don't like, things that we recommend. So for this week, this is going to be one of the ones that we kind of, we're not as keen on it as we were the first two with the Dolu Dalu and the Daily Life of the Immortal King.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
So this one, you guys, is Scissor Seven.
This one has been a bit of a struggle.
Oh my goodness! Listen, the struggle bus. We have been on it. We have been writing. We have sat through about 9 or 10 episodes. And right now, as of this moment, we are still in a state of confusion.
I mean, we're trying to give it our best. I mean, if it's animation style, maybe it's just our age or whatever the case may be.
Yeah. I don't know what's going on. Okay, so Scissor Seven, also known as Killer Seven.
Mm-hmm.
This is a series that came out in August of 2018 in China, but it didn't come over to the US until 2020.
Yeah.
Now you can easily find this. We can go ahead and tell you now. You can easily find this on Netflix.
Mm-hmm.
It has 5 seasons, but only 4 seasons here in the US. And,
so far, yeah.
Yeah, so far. But it's listed under action and also comedy. But you guys, this Donghua is so confusing to us. It is crazy. We have watched episodes several times and have yet to decipher exactly where this is going, where this is leading, and all I know is I'm just confused on how to get there.
Okay, so this particular this particular Donghua
Thank you.
was brought to our attention by our niece Lee.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks, Lee.
Yes.
Yeah, really.
Yeah.
So it's about this assassin by the name of Seven who has this pair of scissors that he can control mentally. And what he does is, bumbling, he tries to assassinate or give bad haircuts to all these different people who he's assigned these tasks or these contracts through.
Right.
And babe, it is a struggle from episode 1.
Yes, he's an assassin, and apparently they live on Chicken Island,
Mm-hmm.
and he works at the Daibo J salon. So J Daibo is the chicken that we see. He's a chicken, but he's not really a chicken. He manages the salon, and it's the front for he and Seven, for Seven to get his assignments for assassination. So doing this, and then he loves to talk about his ranking. Oh, I'm number 12,453 on the rankings. I'm number 17,239 on the rankings. Trying to make his way up the ranks of assassins in the country, but something always seems to happen along the way with the contracts that he's assigned. So we look at this particular one, this girl 13. We look at some of the, oh my God, in the beginning, the one with the cats and the dogs.
Oh yeah.
Y'all listen, at Eat the Cake Anime, we love to watch things over and over, just in case something has been missed, just in case we could glean something extra that, you may not have noticed before. Listen, we have watched these episodes over and over again, and it's just not coming together. I'm thinking maybe it's more of like a bro show.
I don't even know if I can call it a bro show.
Mm-hmm.
Don't get me wrong. We are trying. And when I say trying, we are trying hard to see what the gist is of this show, to see if maybe we need to look at it from a different perspective, give it a couple more episodes. Because usually what we do is we do what's called the 3-episode rule.
Mm-hmm.
If it doesn't pull us in by the 3 episodes,
right,
we look at each other by one more maybe.
Yeah.
And was like, okay, if we're going to give this one a review, let's give it at least a little bit more than that.
Yeah.
And right now we're on what? Yeah. Almost finished with the first season?
Yeah, we're almost finished. The first season is 14 episodes. And when I tell you guys that we have been trying, now we know it's clear. It's something more going on. Apparently Seven, as we go deeper, Seven has, he's had some memory loss.
Mm-hmm.
It's something going on. They're 2 feuding factions. He's, caught in the middle. It's almost like a comedic kind of Jason Bourne situation, but at the same time, the jokes. The reason why I classify it as a bro show is because, like I said, at Eat the Cake Anime, we watch things that are family friendly, but some things that are adult centered, some things that aren't suitable for children, some things that are clearly skewed toward a certain demographic. So Scissor Seven, when I'm looking at the different things where they have, like the butt jokes and the fart jokes and the ball jokes and, the kicking in the nuts and doing all this different stuff. And I'm saying to myself, I'm really scratching my head to say, where's the funny?
Yeah.
Where is the, where's the stuff that kind of pulls you in? I see it's comedy, but then it's supposed to be action. It's all over the place. And I don't know whether or not I'm really happy with it.
Yeah, the progression of the show, how it's paced. And again, this is another one of those shows where it's only like maybe 12 to 15 minutes long per episode.
These Donghwas are notoriously short episodes or notoriously edited to the point where if you get in a good 15 minutes, you're doing great.
Yeah, and in respects to that, again, the pacing, how it's set up, again, maybe it's something that I just don't get. And if anybody out there actually gets it, please let us know, because maybe like you need to give us like, okay, start on this particular episode this way. Okay, we can go back and check it out and maybe it'll make a little bit more sense. But just how it's progressing, the development.
Yeah.
It's just not for us.
Yeah, not for us. I don't think in a sense that it's not the traditional thing, but people love it. Like I said, already 5 seasons in China, 4 seasons here in the US, and it's one of the Chinese cartoons that have received national recognition. I just don't understand it. So in 2018, they received an International Film Series award for Best Animation at the Annecy International Animated Film Festival. So you got this recognition to be nominated, but the funny to me is just not there. Okay, it's clear. The animation is different from Dolu Dalu.
Mm-hmm.
It's different from The Daily Life of the Immortal King.
Mm-hmm.
It's different from Link Click. It's different from the other one that we were looking at. It's so many of them. It's like when you look at Donghua, okay, taking a look at Donghua, the different animation styles, it pulls you in because the storylines are so good that everything just kind of comes together when you're watching whichever Donghua you choose. So everything just kind of fits. For Scissor 7 or Killer 7, it doesn't seem to fit. The name, remember when we talked about back in episode 58, Ranking of Kings, how the animation didn't fit the storyline, didn't fit the title, things of that nature. This is what puts me in the mind of Ranking of Kings. This particular Donghua, Scissor 7. I mean, Swallowed Star looks different. Renegade Immortal looks different. Heaven looks different. But Scissor 7, there's almost nothing to compare it to that I have seen so far.
Yeah, the animation is almost, what's the best word? Janky?
Yeah, because it was produced by Share Fun Studio. So Share Fun is known to be kind of, I guess, quirky in a sense.
Like Webtoon?
Yeah, kind of. Yeah. Well, I don't know. What do you guys think? If anybody has watched Scissor 7, I mean, don't forget, Eat the Cake Anime. Don't forget to like, subscribe, do all the things. But the comments.
Yeah, but this particular one, like she said, with the comments, we need help.
Yeah,
come on, help us with this.
I'm very interested in knowing exactly what is the draw, what is the pull, what makes Scissor 7 to be so. I don't know it, y'all.
Okay,
what about seasons?
Yeah, let's make it easy. What about this show makes you guys really like it, and where does it start? This way, you can help us so that maybe we can give it a third look and be like, okay, we started from here. Yeah. Now we understand. Because every show you can't always start at the beginning. Sometimes you got to start in the middle so you can understand the backstory. Yeah,
this has not been one of the ones, you guys, that we are gaga over. It was produced by Share Fun Studios. It was created and directed by He Xiaofeng. So this has been going on, and there's also a prequel. It's called Scissor 7 Black and White Twin Dragons. So that was a Donghua or a manhua series that was put out, and I think a movie's been announced.
Okay.
They did announce a film sequel to season 3 back in 2022, and at the end of season 4, they also announced a film sequel to that, and that was in 2024.
Okay.
And season 5 hasn't even hit yet. So apparently it's very popular. It does have a really, really good following. But for someone like me who loves Donghua, who loves the fighting, who loves the action, I like how they integrate the comedy. But for me, Scissor Seven, it just didn't have those elements that makes me want to keep watching to find out what season 2 is all about.
Yeah. And again, I gave it a little bit of a breather. I tried to give it a little bit more of a watch because, Seven, he's actually voiced by Ronnie Ching.
Mm-hmm.
And Ronnie Ching, as some of you may already know, is from the movie Shang-Chi, The Ten Rings.
Oh, Shang-Chi. Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
So I tried to give it a little bit of a, okay, let me give it a grace period. Let me see, where it's going to go. So again, guys, help us out.
Well, I can tell you, for me, I can go ahead and tell you now, the rating that I gave this was a 6.5. I gave it a 6.5 because I don't understand the buildup. I can see how people, how they build the characters, how they lay the foundations. So then when things actually start happening, it's, oh, I get it now. But this buildup seems to be all over the place. Like I said, you have the different characters in here, but it's not that many characters. Okay. So it's like, of which, what are we trying to figure out? Now, the one where he was fighting the sexy pirate, I will say this. There's one in where he's fighting a quote-unquote, like I just said, sexy pirate who gives you Frankie from One Piece vibes with the hair and the bikini and things like that. But when that character had a flashback, it gave us a hint into what Seven was in the past, and it's clear that he doesn't know what's going on now. That's how we know that it's a little deeper, which leads me to believe that season 1 is just like the character foundation and things of that nature, but it's not seamless. It's not in the way that's making me want to watch more.
Yeah, and when you see this flashback of Seven in his, I guess, original form, fighting against this pirate dude, he gave him a nice little Zorro slash across the chest.
Right.
And we're like, okay, so maybe they need to have a little bit more flashbacks, progression throughout the series, maybe a little bit earlier on.
Mm-hmm.
So some of us who are what we call shonen or straight up action fans, especially being as this one is being billed as an action comedy.
Yeah.
Maybe they need to have a little bit more of that. This way we can be like, okay, now I understand a little bit more. Okay, now I can see where the slapstick part comes in, because now it's, we see that,
it's too much of it. It's too much of the funny and not enough character development for me.
There you
or
go.
a story development. What would you give it?
With this one, I'm going to give it a 5.
Okay, a 5. Okay. So yeah, there you have it. Any reasoning?
I actually saw some of the previews of this and some of the commercials that were advertising in respects to it, and the animation style, the action and everything else like that, it was showing all the punches or all the hard hitting parts of it, and I'm like, okay, when are we going to get there?
Yeah, it's just not doing it for us guys, but you're more than welcome to take a watch, see what you like, or if you've already watched it, just let us know what you think about it. Eat the Cake Anime, we have said Scissor Seven, this week it's good, but it's not along the lines of what we've seen from Donghua lately.
No.
So we'd like to thank you guys for continuing to support us. Don't forget to click, subscribe, do all of the things. We're on all the audio platforms and here on YouTube. So thank you guys so much. We really appreciate all of the support. Edited by Z Media. Way to go. Great graphics. Thank you all so much for the support and all of the feedback. Anything else, Ron?
Nope, that's about it, sweetie.
All right. So until next week, you guys, thanks so much for joining us as we continue with Donghua Month. And don't forget, it is okay to enjoy anime.